Welcome to Indiana News Desk. I'm Joe Wren. Ivy Tech is commonly touted as a success story. As you may remember, even the president paid a visit to the college's Indianapolis campus this winter. President Obama praised Ivy Tech for providing students with a quality two-year college education and used the school as a backdrop to gain support for his plan to offer free community college for everyone.
Right here at this school, one of the best in the country, not just in the state of Indiana. You're finding ways to raise graduation rates and partner with businesses to help provide apprenticeships and other pathways to careers that pay well in fields like construction and technology.
But even praise from the president meant little when legislators last month passed the state's two-year budget. They didn't include any money for construction projects on Ivy Tech's campuses, and they ordered the state's commissioner for higher education to review Ivy Tech's programs. Sarah Whitmire reports on why the state's top lawmakers say it's time to step back and understand where Ivy Tech is going over the next 5 years before giving the college any more money for building projects.
Construction is everywhere on the campus of Indiana University. The new School of International Studies is going up, the Kelley School of Business is expanding, and the Jacobs School of Music dedicated a new studio building in the fall. It's the same story on campuses across the state. Increasing enrollments and aging infrastructure require big money for construction. The state does help out. This year, lawmakers allocated $313 million to all of the state's public schools for construction projects, with the exception of one, Ivy Tech.
It will pick it up, place it here.
Claire Berger is the Dean of Engineering Technology at Ivy Tech's East Central campus in Muncie.
We have 8 technology programs here on campus. The goal is to integrate as many of those as possible.
Ivy Tech asked the state for $25 million to construct a new building and buy computer numerical control, or CNC machines like these, that manufacturing students will need to know how to use if they want to get a job when they graduate.
You go to any manufacturer and they're going to have a small tool shop where they run lathes and mills. They're going to have CNC machines much bigger than this, but they run manufacturing parts. They're going to have robots that load the CNC machines. They're all going to have 3D printers somewhere along the line to do prototypes. So all of that we want to replicate here. That's what we're supposed to be doing, right? That's what we do for our industry partners, is to train those kind of people. And so we need some of the very basic skills. We need the space to do it.
It's expensive, Regional Chancellor Andy Bown admits, but he says the new space has been on Ivy Tech's priority list for years.
The reality is the investment that we're making needs to happen whether we're in new space or whether in the existing space. There'll need to be more investment over time from a technology standpoint, but what the new building was really going to do for us was take this incredibly cramped, overutilized space and give us the flexibility that we need to really teach manufacturing.
But for now, the project will have to wait. Lawmakers have been kind to Ivy Tech in the past, for the most part fulfilling many of the state's project requests over the last decade. But that's when enrollment was surging. The recession led to a spike in community college enrollment across the country. In 2011, the fall full-time enrollment at Ivy Tech's 30-plus campuses was about 65,000 students. Now that people are returning to the workforce, the full-time equivalent at the end of 2014 was 49,000.
So if you think of it in a per pupil funding basis, actually, that means their funding, if they dropped enrollment 25%, that means their funding is up 33% on a per pupil basis.
Kinley says it was time to put on the brakes, regroup, and figure out the direction Ivy Tech is going. In addition to declining enrollment, degree completion rates are struggling. According to data from the State Commission for Higher Education, 5.2% of full-time Ivy Tech students finish their associate's degree in 2 years. In 6 years, 27.7% of those students finish. Looking at part-time students, 2.1% graduate within 2 years and 20.8% graduate in 6 years. But retention figures don't distinguish between a student who drops out and a student who transfers. The new budget bill requires the state's Commission for Higher Education to review Ivy Tech's programs and, if necessary, order programs with low graduation rates be restructured or eliminated. Ivy Tech's president has said he welcomes that review because he believes it will lead to a better understanding about the school's effectiveness. Higher Education Commissioner Teresa Lubbers says the review process is at the very beginning, but ultimately she believes it will identify where the gaps in performance are, where the success points are, and ensure that Ivy Tech, the Commission, and the legislature are all operating with a common set of metrics and data points going forward.
When we say that 2/3 of the jobs will be requiring some sort of degree or credential beyond high school, much of that need will be filled disproportionately from people who go through the community college system. So that's a long way of saying we can't afford to have enrollment decrease, and we must have graduation rates increase in order to meet our state's needs.
It's absolutely critical to the whole state that Ivy Tech be a success story. I mean, this is the place where most of the people who have not gone to college in past generations or not gone to a technical school beyond high school are going to be going.
Ivy Tech is working on some new things designed to increase student success. The college recently revamped its remediation program and started an accelerated associate's degree program. It's also added a system called intrusive counseling to make sure that students develop and follow an academic completion plan.